when I started the call, but here we are.
Well, that's fun.
We already have 5 viewers. Wow. Okay, cool. I think six. Wow, that was. I think that was the most we got when we did that one Q&A.
Well, it's because I'm here.
Yeah, you're the personality here. I'm just the good guy.
Um, can I have a stream link so I can see what's going on?
Yeah, it's in the promotion section on the Discord.
Okay, yeah. Okay, there we go. Did you put this out on like Instagram and stuff?
I did.
Okay, cool.
That didn't work so well last time, so I was not expecting much. But
I mean, we got 4 people watching currently. I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing all of them are from the Discord.
probably we had seven, and then three left, because they knew they heard my voice and saw I wasn't a woman.
They know you're not a woman.
Yeah, the
I
facade
mean,
is fake.
the people in the Discord are the only ones who know what you look like.
That's true, and people who go to the website.
Does anybody go to the website? I mean, I guess they must to look at the episode.
Reddit viewers go to the website because I link directly, but I think that's the only platform where I link directly to the website. Everyone else is just hosted locally. But okay, this is a Halloween picture, and I have zero ideas going in, so we'll see how this goes.
All right, cool. Is this like of the whole gang? Like, who is
I
like
do
what's going
not
on?
have time to draw something for the whole gang, so we gotta pick our characters.
Okay, well, obviously one of them has to be Amber.
Obviously, I don't think that's so obvious, but probably
Well, if you're doing a limited cast, you have to do the titular problem child.
Sandra.
Well, she's no longer a child, so
It's metaphorical.
I mean, she might be a child like mentally, but she's not a child like physically anymore.
It's true. Okay. I'm probably gonna use 3D models for this, just because I want to get this done quick and dirty. I'm not doing anything fancy with it.
Quick and dirty. Are there 3D ProChi models?
The software I use has 3D mannequins, and I adjusted their measurements to fit each character. I don't feel like drawing out proportions and such. That's what I use.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, proportions are hard, as I'm told.
Oh yeah, they suck. I try to avoid using these things as often as I can, but they're pretty convenient.
Quick and convenient
Yeah, it's my
versus actually making fried chicken.
it's my artistic laziness versus my artistic integrity.
I mean, artists don't have much integrity to begin with, so I don't know.
Especially
I don't know how that scans.
especially on tight deadlines like I got.
Yeah, you tightest deadlines. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if anybody has tighter deadlines except maybe like manga writers. But then again, they get paid like a lot of money to do that. So you know.
That's true. I get paid. I'm actually starting. I'm able to pay half my half of rent with my Patreon, so it's getting better.
Is it really? I haven't checked the Patreon lately. How is that doing?
It's doing all right. It's doing all right. We got. I think we passed 60 patrons not too long ago.
Well, I mean, you're definitely growing, so that's good.
Yeah.
It goes to show how much I am involved in the business side of this.
I just sent you those episodes. You're like, yeah, look fine. Okay, go on.
Yeah, it's fun. Or no, it's not fun. Nothing's fun.
No. Okay. You're gonna have to redo this whole thing.
You have to redo the whole draw.
Okay, we got this Amber. We're no closer to a picture than we were a few minutes ago. So what do we got? We could go with an AU because this would never happen in actual real life Problem Child. We have Dylan and Amber, them interacting, so you already know it's a fantasy. Um, Dylan's like putting together a cosmic girl costume on Amber. What do you think?
No, that was yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Is Cosmic Girl canon within inside of ProChi as like a fictional series?
I don't know. Whenever Dylan's got his game on TV, I always use old screenshots from the Cosmic Girl video game I was making. So maybe Cosmic Girl is just Mighty Kid.
Yeah, that's. I guess it is canon then. So it's real, just not in the way anybody wanted it to be.
Right there, you go. On top of these 3D models, I also have a bunch of preset poses I can choose.
Oh wait. Oh wait. Really?
Yeah, I have this whole like they have a like a database you can download from, and I just download every single pose because I'm like I might you need one of them eventually.
I see you downloaded a whole bunch of Japanese ones.
Yeah, it's a Japanese. It was originally a Japanese app, so most of the users are Japanese, and you can there's user generated content, so most of the stuff's just in Japanese.
Using Japanese applications.
It's good. It's a good application.
It certainly looks Japanese with how like old school it looks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already lost. I'll just stick to pencils. Okay, thanks, Chad.
I don't know if this is a Q. I guess this can be a Q&A stream if we want it to be.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind. 11 people watching, so that's pretty cool.
Oh wow, I think that's the most we've ever had.
I don't think our Q. I don't think our Q&A stream got that many.
I think we had like a 7 max. I don't know. I watched it the other day, and I think 7 was the highest we said.
We saw the peak. Also, some guy named Mr. Taco, which is very clever.
Oh yeah, they every single Q and A, they submit the answer just taco.
Well, this time there's two tacos, so
Oh, so you're really stepping it up. But yeah,
gotta make it larger.
you get
Anyway,
you get all these poses. You just kind of take one and you drag it over to the 3D model, and it goes to that pose.
oh wow, look at that. Holding Aura Ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Some of them are in English, but like most of the times, it's really weird ones. Like, if I find this, they have the I had to do it to him pose. I don't know what. One of
are
the
there
few.
are there any are there any JoJo poses?
I looked. I can't find any. Somehow.
See that disappoints me. Because if so, I would have totally said to do Jolene and some other JoJo.
Oh yeah, for apps. I mean, I think the company moderates it because I once found. Hold on, let me see if I can find it again. Someone just straight up uploaded Zelda from Skyward Swords model. If I still have it, let me see.
Some somebody just uploaded Zelda. I'm guessing that was not. Oh god, anime titty. That
Oh yeah.
I forgot. This is a Japanese app after all.
Yep. Oh come on! I knew I had the Zelda. Where'd that go?
Oh, there it is. I see Zelda.
Did you?
Yeah, wait, down. It right there.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. Oh, she real tiny. But that's just straight up Zelda. It's textureless, but that's just straight up Zelda from Skyward Sword. But
Ooh, ooh.
it got removed, so I think they moderate it somewhat. So anything with licensed stuff in the title is
Probably
probably
gets removed.
so. If there are JoJo poses, it's probably something that suggests it being JoJo without saying JoJo, and at the same time, it's probably Japanese. So I'm not gonna be able to find it.
Well, you just gotta learn Japanese. Well, actually, we don't have a Japanese translator, do we?
Meme lover is learning Japanese. I think he's conversationally fluent, but not like actually fluent.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. I don't even know if I believe he's conversationally fluent. I've not seen any evidence to that.
Fair enough. Okay.
Anyway,
How would? Okay, so we need Amber like stretching out her arm something.
I get posing.
What's that?
Do we want Amber like T posing? Like like she's holding her arms up.
Not too far off from T posing yet, so we're gonna get rid of the pose data. See what we have here. I labeled some of them, but I downloaded so many of them I forgot to label all of them, and then there's just too many for me to catch back up.
Is there a reason you have I had to do it?
Because I thought it was
I guess that's as good of a reason as any. That very much feels like a Daisy's dad pose.
or maybe a Paul.
Yeah, Paul. That could be Paul too. Like when he fired somebody.
But like reluctantly firing him because he's like, I really don't want to do this, but I
I
had to do it.
I don't, I don't like being a boss.
I'm sure. He probably didn't.
No, he definitely doesn't like being a boss.
Oh, Amber, don't be grabbing at Dylan's butt.
I don't see the issue here. This is fun.
That pose, she's bending forward too much. I'm gonna find a different pose. There we go. That's a good one. Kind of wide set. And usually I have to make adjustments with the poses. Zoom in.
Yeah, there you go. That works. So are each of the individual body parts like adjustable?
Yep. It's kind of annoying because the arms they have like certain radii. I don't know what you call it. Like certain
Well, like every
they're like limits to how far they can bend and stuff like that.
I guess this is in keeping with like what the human body is capable of.
Right, but then if you double click, you get these control points here, and you can just drag this, and it completely ignores those limits. So you can like do some crazy shit with that. I don't know if you and the chat caught up yet here, Amber becomes Murdoch.
Disgusting chat. Disgusting asking for these things.
Move the boob. I can't move the boob. There are no control points on the boob, and even
It
if there
it
were,
looked like there were, which I understand the temptation like that.
some of them do. Like I'm using just the ones that came with the software, but there are some custom made ones with boobies. I don't think I'll ever use those, but I like to have them just in case it gets really tight and I have to go back to that lifestyle.
Go back to go back to custom hentai drawing.
I've drawn things I can't undraw. Yeah.
I know some people who make a very interesting living on DeviantArt doing not quite hentai, but other very specific, I guess, fetish drawing. It's not really fetish drawings because they're not like inherently pornographic. Just certain things people want.
Oh yeah, I've gotten many requests for inflation Daisy, but like still Daisy inflated, but like still in clothes, and I'm like, all the
I
same, I know what you're gonna do to this drawing, and I refuse.
It's like I don't want to. I don't want to at all.
Yeah, I like my soul where it is. Thank you.
There are people that make good money doing that too, which is the worst part.
Not as much as you think.
Really? There's not as much money in that?
I did one commission that I can't take back, and I only made like $25 from it.
Oh god, it's true. Yeah, I guess that is true.
Yes.
Very stingy.
You have to have more of a following. People have to know who you are.
I also feel like there's like a connections aspect to this. People have to know in that community who you are and like value your work extremely highly.
Yes, and I'm just not willing to do that much work to get to that point.
More than you would want to.
Yeah. Okay. I think Dylan will be hot gluing her. Hold on, let me bring up some Cosmic Girl presentations. She's got these art pieces.
Oh yeah, he could be like gluing one of those together.
Yeah, there you
If you wanted to be extra dramatic, what if he was welding it together?
go. Holding it together.
Because he'd found like old pipe in the garage and he's like hammering it into these things.
There you go. I have it set just to record just the window, so any windows that pop up, you actually don't see them. Oh,
Oh, interesting.
it's the only time you'll ever see Amber and Murdoch together.
The only time. Yeah, do they have, I don't even remember if they ever interact or not.
Nope. No. I mean, Murdoch knows she exists, and that's about it. Okay, so she's got her this arm. I don't even know what you call that, but we'll go with that.
Mega Man blasters.
Shut up.
It
They're original creations, okay? You know, I put
looks
a
like the
lot.
Mega Man blaster and the portal gun had a baby.
Honestly, I think the inspiration was the little blasters that Frieza's minions from Dragon Ball Z have on their wrists. It's like Mega Man with Frieza, I guess.
Frieza. Oh god. I recently watched the new from Dragon Ball Z. That was good.
The what? You cut out there.
The new Broly movie from Dragon Ball Z.
I still haven't seen that. I think.
Oh, you need to watch that. That was great.
Is it like legitimately a good movie or a good Dragon Ball Z movie?
I mean, it's got more narrative than your average Dragon Ball Z movie, which is the
Oh.
surprising part.
I have to check that out then, because I mean, any amount of narrative is more than I usually expect from a Dragon Ball Z movie.
I mean, I personally really liked Garlic Jr.
You are the only person in history who's ever said that.
Look, I don't know what everybody was expecting from Space Monkey Kung Fu Karate.
Wait, are you talking
Like,
about
for
the
real.
Dead Zone movie or the Garlic Jr. saga from?
I'm talking about anything that Dragon Ball Z has to offer. I don't know what everybody was expecting.
That's a good point, but
The
you
the the premise was regular kung fu to kung fu space monkeys. Like I don't get it.
I suppose that's reasonable.
Yeah, like the original Dragon Ball Z was literally like regular ass kung fu, and occasionally somebody would shoot a Kamehameha, and then we went from that space monkeys landing in pods on the planet. Like it's just
I feel
it's
like
not that sophisticated.
I feel like Akira Toriyama just got bored. It's kind of like in JoJo when they went from Hamon to stands. Like it's
Oh, that was 110%. He thought Hamon was a dead end.
yeah, which I mean he's not completely wrong. I think he took that as far as he could.
Yeah, I mean, Hamon would have just had the power creep problem eventually, so I think he made a good choice killing that as early as possible.
Yeah, I mean he killed a vampire and then he killed a god. Where do you go from there?
Yeah, that's true. He killed a vampire and he killed a god, and it's just like, what is Hamon except for, oh, I can punch harder, whereas stands are non-comparables, so it makes more.
Stan, where fucking if you my thing can shoot my fingernails.
Spoiler: Steel Ball Run's not out yet.
I don't know. Still haven't seen part 5. I'm waiting for the dub.
The dub's not bad either, actually, which surprised me.
Oh yeah, no, I was surprised with how it's a really good dub.
Yeah, like Jorno sounds okay. Bruno sounds okay. Jorno sounds pretty good. He's fine.
He's just fine is from what I saw in the trailer.
Yeah, Bruno's good though. Bruno is legitimately like he sounds pretty good. So
This pose is tricky. I'm not quite sure even what I'm looking for. So
I guess you could adjust the one of him squatting. Maybe he's doing the thing like on the back of his legs.
on the back of his legs.
On the back of her legs, like the little weird boot things.
Oh, so he's doing. Okay, I see. I think I see what you mean. He's putting together her leg part.
Yeah, he's putting together her leg part like that because he's sort of bent over, and then you just move his arms to, be working.
There we go. Okay. Should he be wearing a costume too?
I feel like the only costumes Dylan would have, and he wouldn't want Amber to see that.
Just have him draw just as Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I'm sure he
Oh
loves
God.
that.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Oh, okay. I did not realize. I knew Dylan was taller than Amber, but she is short.
Yeah, how tall is she again? She's like 5'1".
5'1".
Jesus Christ, that's so fucking bad.
And then I think Dylan's supposed to be 5'8" or 5'9", something like that, somewhere thereabouts.
He looks way taller than that.
Yeah, he's just scrawny and lanky.
This is like how Atlas says that Joker from Persona 5 is only 5'10". I don't believe that at all.
His proportions say otherwise.
Yeah, way fucking outside of what 5'10" looks like. Like I don't believe that for a second. That's just a lie.
I think his legs by themselves are 5'10".
That's what I'm saying. Like he's like 6 foot tall. I don't care what anybody says. Then again, there's a lot of I guess I don't know optical illusions if that's what you want to call it with that kind of stuff. Believe it or not, Bernie Sanders is 6 foot tall.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the dude's actually 6 foot tall. Like believe it or not, that's just a real thing.
Wow.
A lot of people hear that and they're like, "Well, that can't be." You can actually Google it. It is. It's weird.
I'm not sure I completely believe this. How tall is Bernie? Good lord.
My man's just 6 foot tall. I don't know what to say really.
I was thinking like I don't know what I was thinking. Not 6 foot tall.
Yeah, no, a lot of people don't believe it. It's really weird. And occasionally, and I think it's largely because you don't like he doesn't get taken his picture like next to people a lot. On the couple occasions when he gets put next to people, you'll see it. He towers over them. It's weird. I think he also slouches a lot, which doesn't help him.
Oh yeah, he got that old man slouch going on.
Oh, he's definitely got that old man slouch going on.
All right, so Dylan is in normal clothes. We decided, right?
Yeah, Dylan's in normal clothes.
Okay.
Also, nobody who's 6 foot tall went and saw Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
I'm 6'2". I went and saw it.
Did you pay money to go and see it?
Well, yeah. I'm going to see Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. You think I have a date?
How did you get in? I saw there were a lot of places that literally wouldn't let you in if you were if you weren't with somebody.
Oh, I live in Nebraska, so
So the theater staff were armed. I see.
yeah. The manager was. The theater staff wouldn't. Don't be ridiculous.
The theaters. Oh, I'm sorry. The manager's armed. That'd be funny.
Okay, and to save even more time, we're gonna bring up the collection of heads I have for everyone and just steal some from that. Can you guys not hear me? Can you ask them if they don't hear me?
Hey, can you guys not hear Brian? According, because somebody in the
Hello? Maybe
because
they
like
can't.
I hear Brian.
Can you hear me now?
Somebody in the chat, please respond.
We gotta wait like 5 seconds. Oh my god.
Apparently, they only hear one side of the conversation.
There I am. Okay, good. Wow.
Okay, cool.
This whole time, couldn't hear me at all. Wonderful.
Yeah,
Very
sorry
quiet.
guys.
Very quiet. I'll turn it up a little bit more. Why? I'm surprised nobody said. Did they think you were me this whole time?
I get that. I hope not, though.
Come on, guys. I sound way cooler than that.
You know what? I don't need this. Hello. See, Snoro is useful sometimes. How I say.
I was like, that's really mean. I'm like, oh, Snoro said that. Okay.
Yeah, people on here using their Discord names. I don't know who any of you are. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Well, I don't even know if like sound off in the chat. Who's from Instagram? Who's from Discord?
Oof.
Be nice to yourself, Snoro.
Yeah, for real. Be nice to yourself. Don't be so harsh on yourself.
I know that's Pimplin. That's Snoro. Okay, Instagram. Wow, we got 10 people. That's not bad.
Yeah, for real. Wow, look at that. You've seen my Jackbox plays. A lot
Uh,
of people from Instagram. Shocking.
Out of context, that sounds inappropriate.
I forgot we did public Jackbox. I'm gonna be honest. I thought we were still only doing it in secret, where the rest of the rest of the Discord can't see.
We haven't done that in a while either.
No, we haven't. It's true.
We need Jackbox 6 just came out. We need to play that again.
Oh yeah, more Jackbox content.
Definitely need that, obviously.
Jackbox is really tiresome without new content, though. It's only so good on its own.
Yeah, that's true.
Just constantly need new content.
Obviously Amber's not gonna be into this at all. She's just gonna be like, "What the heck is this creep making me wear?"
Oh yeah, completely disinterested.
Just like looks uncomfortable. Yes, we still have to do the Cards Against Humanity Problem Child deck.
The Cards Against Humanity. Can you make custom decks?
I think you can with like the knockoff Cards Against Humanity. It's like the not actually Cards Against Humanity.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah. You probably can. That makes sense.
I have not drawn Cosmic Girl in a long time, so I'm hoping this won't look like trash.
I'm sure it'll look fine.
I got my references. We'll be good. I really need to nail Amber's facial expression here. Okay, I think I did it. Hold on, wait for it. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
She's not into it at all. What is her? There you go.
You gotta have you gotta do the anime like annoyed when the little like vein pops up on their head.
Oh, the primate Pokemon vein.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Where like on their forehead it gets all like that shit. Yeah.
I just imagine she's really like, the only reason I haven't stopped you is because I'm too polite.
Crackhead spoilers in the Cards Against Humanity deck. Murdoch disarming the homeless. That's not even that far off. Let's be honest. That's honestly. That's not even that far off from the actual plot line.
I mean, you're right. Okay, you're right. Okay.
It's not.
He's arming them with knowledge.
It's not significantly far off from like what from the actual plan for where that plot line goes. Ooh, that's not what happens. Just for the spoiler's sake, but you know, he very much gives off that kind of vibe.
Oh yeah, it's the military man thing.
If he were like if ProChi were set in like 1990, he would definitely operate like the third Ruby Ridge. I don't know why I'm saying that. Nobody in chat knows what Ruby Ridge is because everybody here was probably born after 2000.
That's almost a guarantee, I'd say. Is there anyone here born after 2000? Sound off.
Yeah, is there anybody here that was born before the year 2000?
There will not be a single person.
Do you remember 9/11?
I was in 3rd grade, thank you.
Yeah, 3rd grade. That the people George Bush was reading to.
I was there.
You were vaguely, yeah. Just before. Just before. So we have some people who were like just before the year 2000. So there you go.
I'll give it to him.
I don't know if I believe them, but okay.
I was born in 2003, which is just before the year 2000.
December 28th, 1999.
Just before.
Those those are the kind of dates I'm imagining here.
Oh, what does her booby piece look like?
It's just like a chest piece, isn't it?
Part of it's kind of elevated.
Oh yeah, it's like a weird diamond thing in the middle. Is she a diamond dog?
I fucking Artsy Omni added that part back before when I designed her. It was just the crystal embedded in her chest without that weird elevated piece.
Wait, who changed this?
Artsy Omni, are you familiar?
No, I don't know who that is.
Oh, it's just the guy I hired for the character design on the Cosmic Girl video game.
Oh, okay, interesting. Also, people are demanding Dylan facial hair.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can give him the little three little chin hairs he had during the Cosmic Girl days.
Was older in Cosmic Girl?
What's that?
Was he supposed to be older when Cosmic Girl was a
No,
thing?
good taste just prevailed.
Good taste prevailed, and he started shaving. I say. Yeah, that makes sense.
I
Should
have no idea what we're gonna do for a background, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Pewdy pubes. Oh no. That's definitely what they are, but you're not gonna call them
It's true, but he shouldn't say
that. Oh God. So, oh yeah, for the new people watching, we will answer questions if you ask any in chat.
Yeah, this technically is a Q&A if you got any, but if not, we're just vibing.
Yeah, we got Yeah, this isn't technically an author editor Q&A stream, but since we're both here, why not? What should I get for dinner?
KFC.
That's literally what I had for dinner, so yeah, get KFC.
Fucking perspective on these Wildflower is either a superhero story or a street fight club arc. How do you know it's not both?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. That wouldn't be the worst framing device for Wildflower if she were like training at a series of boxing gyms.
I mean,
That wouldn't be the worst framing device for Wildflower, but we have to save that.
put that in our back pocket.
Also, apparently Annabelle had KFC yesterday, so
Oh,
I would just suggest you have, if that's not an option.
I'm gonna say have
Get a
KFC
pizza.
again, you coward.
Yeah, you have KFC again because you're not a coward, or get a pizza.
Oh, you can't go wrong with pizza.
It's true, unless it's really really awful pizza. ProChi Sadcom when?
I don't know. You were supposed to write that a while ago, buddy.
What is a Sadcom?
That's Pimplin from the Discord server, and that was his idea from a few months ago.
Oh, okay.
Where it's Problem Child's a sitcom, but instead of it's a sad situational comedy, I suppose. Where instead of a laugh track, you just have people nervously laughing uncomfortably.
We had that already though. It was called The Nanny.
Oh, I hate that show so much.
Yeah, that was the worst 80s sitcom. Like that was awful. Okay, question from Fujoshi Alert. Do you approve of pineapple pizza?
I do not, but there's a catch. I'm boring as hell, and I only eat cheese pizza, so.
I do approve of pineapple pizza. In fact, actually, Hawaiian is one of my favorite kinds. So eat away.
I think Hawaiian is fine morally, but just pineapple, get out of here.
So you think the ham makes a difference?
Yep, it classes it up a little bit.
It classes it up, the ham. Okay, I'd say. I've never been able to find that kind of ham either, so I'm always curious what kind of ham they use.
Canadian,
Is it just Canadian bacon? That makes sense.
probably.
Also, it has to be chunks. If it's pineapple shreds, no.
Oh, for sure.
I've had pineapple shred Hawaiian pizza before, and God, was that just awful.
Why is this okay? And Snoro left a message saying, and I have to approve it, and it says I don't like pineapple, but my boyfriend likes Hawaiian. I'm like, what's wrong with that? Is it is Google censoring thoughts again?
It's Google censoring, but Google approves of pineapple and Hawaiian pizza.
I guess so. Like, don't like Hawaiian? Get out of here.
Probably. Anyway, I don't know. Whatever. Making it links. Oh, yeah. I guess that kind of makes sense. You have to approve it because
Oh, that's a good point. Okay.
I guess I guess the Google algorithm isn't all that smart.
Jury's still out on whether or not it is trying to censor people who don't like pineapple on pizza.
I believe that it definitely is.
Oh, I mean, we don't have any proof though, but probably.
I mean, Watson is racist, so.
Wasn't there an AI robot made like a few years ago that started asking for a baby?
I think that did. I think that did happen. Yeah, no, a lot of they accidentally made Watson racist. The specifically the resume analyzer portion of Watson, they accidentally made it racist because they seeded it with IBM resumes, and guess who works at IBM?
Uh, Caucasian people?
Yeah, exactly. And they had quite a few. So even with that, like a fairly large seed, it still screwed up. It
Which,
was not great.
if you ask me, is the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah, it was really bad. Like they're still trying to fix it, and it's really a problem.
Oh, that's wonderful. I think I just love it when huge corporations and stuff like that screw up.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's really really funny. I know somebody who worked at Amazon as a code person for them.
Mm-hmm.
And from what he's told me, apparently Alexa behind the scenes is like literally a mess.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, yeah, he told me like Alexa behind the scenes is basically unmaintainable. So, be careful using the wiretap that you keep in your house and ask it to order Amazon for you.
For real. How did Dylan convince Amber to let him do this? You can see the look on her face. She is clearly just too polite to say no.
At this point, yes. Also, this was an AU, an alternative universe.
Yeah, it's probably also an AU.
This is an AU where Dylan guy, and rather than give Amber the letter from Daisy when she was in the hospital, he threw it away and slid in there.
He's just like, yeah, I had this letter, but don't worry about it. You want to go out sometime?
No, you rip it. You don't even tell her that. You just rip it up and you throw it in the trash can outside. And,
Oh, sorry,
hey,
Daisy.
I came to see you because I care about you.
I lost the letter. Sorry, Daisy. He hit
Well,
Amber
no,
with.
you just say Amber ripped it up because she
Oh,
hates you, which is what happened anyway.
it's true. Amber hated Daisy so fucking much. It's crazy.
Yeah, like the action would have been zero.
Honestly, that would have turned out better for almost everyone except for Daisy, but who cares about Daisy?
Yeah, I mean, also like nothing seems to turn out well for Daisy, so like that's just that appears to be the state of the universe.
We have reached homeostasis. I feel like he should be sticking his tongue out here, but I don't think I've ever drawn someone sticking their tongue out like that. So we're learning
I'm
here
going
today.
to say, okay, you want to try it? All right, like the thinking tongue stick.
Yeah, like he's just stick because he's working. I don't know what we're gonna do for a background here.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess his room or something like that, probably.
I probably should have put the background in before we started this, but well,
Well, it's too late. Well, it'll solve itself eventually.
I'll just be stuck. Oh, I did not mean to turn that around. Okay. Hoodies are so weird to draw from the side, I swear.
Yeah, they really are. Like where the hood lays, relatively speaking. That was a big problem back when I wore, um, like getting the hood. Like, do you lay it really flat so it's wide, or do you let it sort of bunch up? Like, I don't
Right.
know which is the better. Which is the better?
Which is more convenient at this point.
Which is
I
which is more convenient? Whichever lets you hold your packed lunch in the hood.
I I allocated 2 hours for this, and I'm not going a minute longer.
Not going a minute longer. Yeah, and ProChi was supposed to be 600 episodes on the dot, and
Uh, Here we are going. I'm gonna guess like 6:30 or something like that. It sucks because I probably don't have enough for another volume.
we definitely don't have enough for another volume unless we like split off the last like extra after 600 and just call it like tying loose ends or some dumb shit like that,
Right.
and just make the volume art them all like tying up a bunch of ropes or some stupid shit.
Bunch of they're at the gallows and they're tying their own noose ropes.
Somebody suggested making the background outside a small 50-person max convention thrown by local gamers. You know,
If that wouldn't take
I
4 hours to draw, I'd totally do that.
yeah, I also don't disapprove of that, but I feel like the smell would make Amber pass out.
Oh yeah, she'd be all like, bleh.
Why does everything vaguely smell like rotting cheese?
Yeah.
Like,
It depends on how
we
many
feel
episodes you need to convince everyone Cole and Tony are different. Oh, they'll know very soon. I hope.
Cole and Tony are different. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. They look pretty similar.
I explained. You've heard my explanation about that, right?
Uh, you've told me. What is it again?
I have it. I have it here. Let me read that. Okay, so I had a character playing for Cosmic Girl who was the son of Grandpa Richard's business partner, but I
Okay.
scrapped the character. So I had this character design that I wasn't using. So I'm like, I'll just use him for this guy in Problem Child, the original number 14, just because
Yeah.
I'm like, I have this character design laying around. And then later, I had that character show up again just as a joke, and he's Ricky's friend. So I had to make reference to the fact that he and Sandra banged. So when I was rewriting the original 25 episodes, I had like they made a reference to them banging, so I had to have them bang in the rewrite too.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, so then later, I decided to write in Tony, who is the son of Richard's old business partner. I'm like, I really like that design. I will change it a little bit and hope nobody notices. And everybody noticed.
So it just didn't work.
It just didn't work. I tried to differentiate them, and any future appearances of Cole, I'll give him like a new haircut or something like that.
You know, like to really differentiate him because yeah, he definitely needs it.
Oh yeah. Moral of the story: sex makes the story complicated.
I mean, that was not. I mean, it did, but not for the reasons that it normally does.
In a very meta sense.
Yeah, I've been to local like LAN parties and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
Proud to
not.
admit, and the scene is never. I've never been happy with the people I've met.
Yeah. I went to a convention in California in August, and it was the first convention I'd been to in a number of years, and I remembered why I stopped going to conventions. I traveled all the way to California. I'm like, this will be fun. I'm like, oh no, where are the drugs? We need to fix this.
Where are the drugs we need to? Yeah, fucking. I went to one where AVGN showed up, and that
Oh,
was
that's not
awkward
bad.
as all hell.
Is it? Yeah,
Uh,
he's not great at improv.
no, he's not great at improv, and that wasn't the problem. It was all the people that were there to see him.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, the kind of person who comes to see AVGN live. I mean, that was partially the reason I was there. What's the most interesting fan art you've that's made you say why? We've got quite a few of that actually. Quite a bit of that.
um, a Discord server I was in that I'm in. Someone just posted some Problem Child Rule 34 art, and I'm like, how do you know about this?
Uh,
And I'm like, it included the children, so I'm like, I also don't approve of this, but also, where did this come from?
yeah, the worst part about that is who spent the time drawing that, and
It's like of every major character too, all at once.
wait, was it really? Because last time I checked, I think it was like Sandra and Jody.
That was a different one that someone commissioned,
Oh, somebody come. Oh,
but this one just popped up randomly in a server I was in, and I it's not super well known that I'm the artist of or the creator of the story. So I'm like this. I think Saki is also in that server. So I'm like, was she telling people stuff? I don't know, dude.
yeah, that's a little odd. Cause like, oh god, cause like even Sandra and Jody, I'm just like, this is depressing.
She a lot of people ship those two for some reason. I'm like, they have not.
Why?
They
Because
haven't.
they're
These are
both sad.
they're both mothers desperately holding on to their youth.
Even that's just everybody.
That's
I mean,
fair.
except for the mother part, but like
Um,
we're
uh,
we're splitting hairs here.
that's a good point. Let's see. Oh my god, what was I thinking designing these leg things?
I could tell you what you were thinking, but I don't know how well you would take it.
Oh, I'm very honest with myself. Go right for it.
You were thinking.
You cut out. I didn't even hear what you said.
I said you were thinking Mega Man,
That's fair.
because the very much this is very Mega Man.
You're not too far. It was actually my life as a teenage robot was a big.
Oh yeah, she's got. Too.
You cut out again.
Oh yeah, she's got those too.
Yep. So I'm not only ripping off Mega Man. I'm also ripping off my life as a teenage robot. Thank
Were
you
you
very
interested?
much.
Were you interested in Jenny
Like as a girl or
as like a girl?
like oh no, she's a robot. That's weird.
She's a robot. What's his name? Wanted to bang her.
Sheldon, which I
Yeah,
mean,
Sheldon.
he's a legend for it, but that's not for me.
Sheldon was the guy in the sweater vest, right?
That was Brad, which they kind of had like it felt like a slow burn relationship building, and I
I
wasn't
don't know
into
if
it.
that ever. I don't know if that ever went anywhere.
No, they got canceled after 3 seasons, so most of the plot threads they had going didn't pan out.
I don't get why people didn't like that show. That was a good show.
That was a great show.
What about you ever watched Shaolin Showdown?
I was aware of it. I don't think I ever watched it as a kid though.
Dude, you should watch if you have nothing else to watch some night, watch some Shaolin Showdown. No, I mean that genuinely. Shaolin Showdown is a really great idea. It's really creative. It's sort of like JoJo in that the things they go after, which have a great name, right? So the relics they go after,
Mm-hmm.
they're called the Shengon Wu, which is incredible.
Does Jody
Uh,
know how much money Dylan makes with his streaming? No, Dylan does not want to tell anybody because he doesn't know if he'll get in trouble for it or not.
I think a lot of people focus on that, even though it was a joke.
It was literally how do I fill up this space? Dylan needs to be talking about something.
Yeah, so a lot of people just think that Dylan. I mean, I guess he technically does have $10,000, but it's never gonna happen. Nothing's ever gonna happen with that.
He he's too afraid to touch it. He doesn't
He's
want
too
to.
afraid.
He doesn't want to invest it in real estate.
He doesn't want to invest in. There's not a lot of real estate to invest up in Vermont.
I don't know, man. They're not making more of this stuff.
I mean, I feel like Scott has a lot of flaws in his business plan, as we've mercilessly destroyed him in many voice chats. But I feel like the worst part of the plan
Having a business in Vermont.
having an IT business or having an internet provider in Vermont.
Yep.
Internet.
Well, that's kind of Paul's. I
Small
mean, not
place.
Paul's fault, but it is because of Paul.
Didn't Sheldon marry an alien plant? I don't know. That might
She's
have
not a plant. She's a green. It's an alien biker.
an
No, that
alien
was Brad.
biker.
No, so maybe it was a plant. I don't remember. Brad married the biker. So I don't know about Sheldon. He there was this weird 2-part episode where Sheldon gets like the episode they send Sheldon, the aliens like invade Earth, and then at the end they send him back on the spaceship, and Sheldon goes with him, and then he's just gone the next episode, and then in the episode after that he comes back, and he's like an old man saying, "I've been gone for 90 years." Because something about the theory of relativity with light speed travel.
Okay.
And at the end of the episode, they just like find a way to make him young again,
Okay.
but superficially. Like his body's young, but he still lived out in space for 90 years, and that's just part of his character now.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
Also, I'm really disappointed that I Googled my life as a teenage robot, and this is the first thing that came up.
Oh no! Hold on. This is Discord. Oh boy. Oh boy. I think people are gonna ask, so I have to copy paste this onto my canvas so people can see. It's not necessarily not safe for work, but
It's not safe for work. It's just not.
it's just like, why would you do this? There you go. Wait for that to pop up, and then I get rid of it forever. I don't know if people can see that, but
I mean, if you leave it and then delete it, so they'll say it at some point.
there you go. Okay. Jeez. I used to think that the Problem Child art style was pretty close to the original one we came up with for Cosmic Girl, but if you look at these proportions, like,
I think Problem Child looks I mean, they look about the same, honestly. Cosmic Girl has its own art style.
yeah, you can tell there's some derision there, but I think the proportions is the biggest the difference here.
You mentioned going on a date to a pump. Gee, how did it go?
Wait, where is that in the? Are you asking me that, or is that in the chat?
That's in the chat.
Oh, oh, it went fine.
It went good apparently. Chat.
We played mini golf, and we did a zip line, and I ate shit on the zip line.
You have a zip line at the pumpkin patch.
Yeah, it's technically a pumpkin patch, but it's also like a state fair type deal.
What oh god, where do you live? It's not Illinois, Iowa,
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
It's.
I mean, it's all corn and shit out there.
Yeah, it's all more or less the same. What do hot glue guns look like again? Hold on.
Anyway,
Better than Zone Tan.
Zone 10. I don't know what that means.
Zone is makes hentai parodies of cartoons.
Hentai. Oh,
Very
no.
famous for like capturing the art style almost perfectly,
Oh, okay.
and also reusing voice clips from the show to complete the effect. Not that I would know or anything.
I think my favorite part of my life as a teenage robot was all the horrible upgrades.
Oh yeah, yeah. I like the
What was this? The skin suit?
Yeah, that's what I was going for. The fucking horror movie.
Yeah, the fucking horror movie skin suit. Who just fucking like wraps around her and like strangles her to death.
Yep. Oh.
It's literally like just being mutilated by human skin. That's just horrible. That was visually disgusting. I'm genuinely surprised they went for that.
Which, I mean, they got some balls, but also you didn't have to do this, you guys.
Definitely balls. A lot of balls on that.
This is not.
Or the weird eyes.
Yeah. Or the she can't feel she could feel pain and or tickling, but not at the same time.
Oh yeah, it's the weird sensor things. That was the oh god, that was a weird one.
I feel like that created a lot of tickling fetishes, and I hate it for that.
Oh, it definitely did that. That um, it definitely did that. I'm real disappointed in a lot of things, and the thing I'm most disappointed in right now is the fact that somebody I follow on Instagram just retweeted, liked or whatever, where you can see what the people you
You see what they like.
followed in image. Yeah, they followed an image of like a drawn image of like the protests going on in Chile,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a bunch of cops, surrounding a couple protesters. You're like, oh, that must be dramatic, and the fucking protesters are furries.
Oh my god.
Why you gotta ruin it this way? Why you gotta ruin it this way? Like, there's
Ugh.
cool stuff going down. There's cool stuff going down in Chile, and you gotta do that. You gotta do this to me. This is just
Well,
horrible.
that's just what furries do.
It's true. They ruin everything. And then one of them drew it in like a weird Cupheady sort of old art style.
Oh
That's okay,
lord.
I guess. That one looks okay. Like it's not horrendous. I mean, I'm mostly weirded out about the furry Chile protest.
Which justifiably so.
Yeah, for real. For real. That's just weird.
I'm a little
Co-
concerned because that girl I went on a date with, she's says she's a furry, but she like,
Nope. Nope.
uh, she says she only does it as part of a group that goes to like visit children's hospitals and stuff.
What? That's a
So
thing?
I guess so. So
Whoa.
I'm like it's like a probation period where I see how weird this is, and if it's tame enough, I can look past it.
Oh my god. As part of a children's hospital.
Yeah, like you go visit sick kids, as in because I guess kids would enjoy the fursuits because of
Would they?
I. That's the idea, I suppose.
Do you know who else visited a children's hospital?
The Avengers.
I mean, the Avengers did too. I was talking about Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Remember, when the gun fell out of his pocket?
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, I don't care.
It's been out a while. I think we can go ahead with spoilers.
Where is the line between furry mascot and Disneyland character? Don't give me that. You know what the line is, and the only person that would ask that is a furry. So I want you out of the chat immediately.
Wild. Why
Like,
is Amber's head so small? Hold on, we gotta blow up Amber's head a little bit.
why is Amber's head so small? What do you mean? What is the difference between furry mascot and Disneyland character? We all know who so we know who they are. As for mascot, I guess there's an argument that there can be a fine line between furry and mascot, but like, I'm not gonna sit here and have this argument. Do you think the ProChi audience has shifted since the Amber and Daisy arc ended? I think it's less teenage girls who wish they had a friend.
That's yeah. I have not seen nearly as much shipping since. I think people. I think that told people, this is not what the story is about. There's more planned for these characters than that.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that was a mistake. I kind of think we should have just kept it ship.
Just all about the ships. It's
I mean,
it's more marketable that way.
there's a lot of webcomics who they're like half the webcomic is literally just like dick teasing what's gonna happen between a couple characters. So like,
Thing is, I hate will they won't they arcs and like romance. So
but like half of webcomics is well, they won't they?
so if I have people get together, they click right away and they get together. It's clear that these people are going to be together with anything I write. They get right to it because I don't have time for that shit.
You don't have time for it. You don't. Yeah, you're not trying to fill 6 panels a week like fucking Penny Arc. Who is the guy who what was the comic that Loss originates from?
Troll? No, that's not right. It's. I
No,
know this. What the hell?
no. It was Control Alt Delete.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Control Alt Delete.
Uh,
It was CAD.
okay, okay. Cadbortion.
CAD port. Oh,
Is that not okay to say? I'm honestly not sure.
I no. I mean that sounds fine. Do you want to hear? That's that's borderline. Like the one time my boss called a tall black child an Amazon.
Yeah, that's kind of sketchy.
Yeah, he said that, and I didn't say anything when the lady was there because it was her daughter. Because I was just like, if she didn't seem offended, and I didn't want to like draw her attention to it, if she like didn't hear or
If he
didn't
got away with
notice.
it, you better.
Yeah, but like after they left, I was like, hey, don't do that. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, don't do that. That's not good. He was like, okay. And he asked his wife, who was like working the grill, about it, and no, don't do that. Don't. That's weird. Don't do that. You shouldn't do that. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Also, I regret Googling my life as a teenage robot. The amount of porn and like pseudo porn, like
She's
she's
a
a robot.
robot.
She's a robot, guys.
She doesn't have
I don't get
parts.
it. Also, why is it all on Google?
Right. She is
I didn't.
naked all the time on the show. She doesn't have clothes. That's just her robot parts. And
Yeah, like
there's
I
no
didn't.
reproductive organs there.
Yeah, Google R34. This is just like what happens when you Google the title of the show.
I heard oh, there was a Disney Channel guy who had a Disney Channel show. I don't remember. I think it was what was that? What was that Disney Channel show that was really popular not too long ago? Star vs. the Force of Evil?
Oh, you're asking me the wrong question.
I don't know. There was a Disney Channel show with a female protagonist, and I think it was Star vs. the Force of Evil. But anyway, Disney executives, they pulled it, like the Disney Channel people, they pulled him into the office and showed him a bunch of Rule 34 fan art of another show on Disney and saying, you need to be prepared. This is what people will do to your show.
Okay. And was the guy just not ready for it?
He was just like, yeah. It was. I mean, it affected him enough that he told people about it at a panel during a convention.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh yeah, Star versus the Forces of Evil. I see. This is. Oh yeah, I remember this. Is this still not going on?
I think it ended. I'm not. I never watched it, so I'm not sure.
Well, here I'll plug to the 8 people that are in here. One of my favorite. I think it's still upcoming. I think Cartoon Network's still doing it. Watch Infinity Train.
Oh yeah, I did some fan art of that, never having seen it, but I like the character design.
There's actually a little pre thing for it on a short on YouTube, which I recommend everybody, including Brian, watch. It's like 15 minutes long. It's really good.
Send me the link. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, sure. Here, I'll do that. It's really good, and I think they're turning it into an actual show. So I recommend Infinity Train.
I was under the impression they already did.
They hadn't when I got showed this short, this mini a while. Not even 15 minutes long. It's like 9 minutes long, so it's even shorter. But yeah, no, it hadn't gotten an actual show back when this came out. I think it finally got one. And it did, yeah. It's Infinity Train, Season 1 on YouTube. Although they changed her character design, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I think I heard over the course of the show it kind of changes.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait a second. Okay, I see here. It seems like instead of doing full-length episodes on TV, they have like mini, like 12-minute episodes they put out on YouTube, which that's not a bad approach actually.
Agreed. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, especially for the particular format that show took.
What the heck? I keep sampling the blue from Amber's belt, and then it gives me black. What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, the corgis from Infinity Train. The corgi car was very funny because there's a universe. Because each train is like its own
Right, it's a different
thing.
it's
Universe,
the
I don't know.
Infinity Train.
Yeah, and there's one where it's just run by corgis. That's really good.
Oh, I love that. I love corgis.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who doesn't like that.
Evil people.
Evil people who don't like corgis for some reason.
If you hate corgis, stop reading Problem Child right now. Actually, don't do that. That's bad. That's bad
That's
PR.
that's bad for business.
Keep reading and also buy merch and subscribe to the Patreon, please. Even
And
if you
stop
hate
hating
corgis,
and stop hating corgis.
give them a chance. All they want to do is love you.
It's also the reason I like Shiba Inus, the little Japanese dogs.
Oh yeah.
Those things are great, man. Every single one I've met has just been really happy to see you.
Have you seen Tofu-chan on YouTube?
I no, who is Tofu-chan?
It's someone's Shiba Inu on YouTube, and it has the voice of a grown Japanese man. He says encouraging things to you.
He says encouraging things to you.
Let me see if I can find the link. They're actually really wonderful.
That's pretty funny, actually. I'm watching one real quick.
Oh, okay, cool. In the meantime, I'm not a huge fan of how this looks, but we're going to keep it because I am short on time. Here's the only yellow in the entire costume. I feel like that's a bad character design if they only got yellow in one place, but I don't know. I made that design a long time ago.
Why does Tofu-chan have an adult man's voice? I don't
I don't-
understand.
Adult Japanese man who clearly does not speak English speaking English.
Tofu-chan. Motivation. I see.
Like, he's clearly a Japanese man that does not speak any English, reading like cue cards with just what sounds he needs to make to speak English.
Yeah, for real, he's definitely like what's it called? People like actors do this too, where you can just read it phonetically, basically.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think that guy speaks a word of English.
Definitely does not speak a word of English. I also recommend here I'll well no I shouldn't do that. That would reveal who I am to the world. There's also famous Japanese fisherman man who tells you to never give up.
Oh, like that legitimately like gets me pumped, dude.
Oh, that is the most powerful. Screams, never give up. It's really good. Why is he out fishing? I think he says too, but I don't remember.
Like Asiatic clams or something like that.
Oh yeah, no, he's fishing like Asiatic clams for some fucking reason.
And
Getting
he
clams.
even like calls attention to like I'm doing this for some reason. And we gotta get Dylan's Homestar Runner hoodie. That definitely is a Homestar Runner hoodie.
I feel like you should just have all the merch hoodies.
Sell some merch, man. No one buys merch because we don't have that much good merch.
Oh, very cute. Very cute, Tofu-chan.
I love Tofu-chan. I'm subscribed
Yeah,
to Tofu-chan.
yeah. No, I watched one of the little motivation things, and it was the one about how Japanese people repair objects with gold.
Oh, Tukeku?
Are you just gonna sit here and say words and pretend you know?
No, there's a Problem Child episode that's named after that concept.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the one where he fixes things with his dad. It's a metaphor.
Yeah. No, that's actually a really cool practice.
Mhm.
My grandmother didn't do that. But you know.
Is your grandmother
was-
Japanese?
One of them is, yeah.
Because my grandmother didn't do that just out of context.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. No, one of them was. She was her bride.
Oh,
I say essentially like she met him through the mail, came to the U.S. that kind of thing. It was the 1970s.
they got away with that back then.
Yeah, no, she did, and she was quite happy. She's quite happy with it. So you know, I learned about some of the stuff growing up.
I respect it.
Yeah, I have a dumbass photo when I was like 4. Maybe not kimono, but like one of those like robe things.
Yukata.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I've got a picture of me in one of those from when I was like I said 4-ish, going to some like festival.
I think yukatas only exist so you can correct people who say kimono.
You're probably right, and I feel like there is no actual distinction, and I'm going to stand by that for
It's like
anybody.
alligators and crocodiles, how those are somehow technically two different species, even though like
They look exactly the same.
the difference is like one of their the teeth is different or something. Get out of here.
Yeah, for real. Like I've seen shit like that. I'm just like, this. I don't care. Nobody cares.
Okay, so we're more or less done except for a background.
Boy. So yeah, now you have to draw Dylan's room,
I don't want to draw Dylan's room.
complete with trash can with tissues leaking out.
Because he knew Dylan or Amber was coming over, and he wanted to be prepared.
He was trying to. Good job.
Oh. What do we do for background that's not too time consuming? We're already an hour and 10 minutes into this.
Well, you did set aside 2 hours, so you do have some time.
Right, but also I don't want to. I don't want to put too much effort into a background because backgrounds are stupid and I hate them.
I don't know. You could just make it. Are there any pre-baked backgrounds?
This cool gradient. That is kind of a cool gradient. Let me look at that again. It just looks like they're in a cool alternate dimension. From something on the Super Nintendo.
I'll see when it comes up in the stream.
There we go.
Ooh. But it ruined all your colors.
It looks kind of cool, but also does not fit with anything. So gradient background's probably out.
Well, okay. What if you do like what if you do, but it looks like Halloween?
Say again?
What if you do a gradient, but it looks like Halloween?
Oh, that's see what I got with my preloaded gradients. That one's kind of Halloweenish. That's a little too cool colors. I could always cheat and use a 3D model background for this too.
Is it just me, or does Amber look taller than usual?
I probably messed up, made her head too small.
Yeah, she looks like she's about Dylan's height in this one.
I already deleted the 3D models, so
It's entirely possible, but it doesn't matter.
know. Yeah, it's fine. This is all extra art. I mean, I'm not gonna try too hard here.
Maybe they're 18 and going out for a drink.
There you go. I don't know. All this is school backgrounds and stuff. Here we go. Put them in the pro wrestling ring.
If you had like a classroom background, that'd probably fit.
I've already decided they're in a pro wrestling ring. Okay.
Okay, fine. I'm just trying to help, and this
I don't
is
think
what I
Amber's.
get.
I don't think Amber's outfit would be allowed in the pro wrestling ring. It looks too hard.
That would be dangerous.
Yeah, a lot of hard, sharp edges on the plastic there.
A lot of eyes taken out in the middle of matches.
Cosmic Girl logo drawn on shitty cardboard as the background. Oh, something that doesn't take too long. This nondescript hallway. Let's see how that looks.
Not nondescript hallway.
There's too much detail. But yeah, there's just too much detail. Oh, let's see. There we go in the bathroom. They're in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, there you go. That works. They're in the bathroom, and he's fixing her costume.
There you go. I think this model is for a girl's bathroom, but we won't bring that up if you won't.
Nobody has to know. Just like a Japanese high school.
Oh yeah. A lot of the 3D backgrounds are all Japanese based.
I mean, I guess it would make sense if this is a Japanese program. They would use a Japanese high school.
Yep, just a lot of stuff in Problem Child is based on Japanese stuff. No one seems to notice, so I don't have a problem with it.
For coincidence, yeah, the bar was very Japanese.
Yeah.
When he met Tony for the first time, that was extremely Japanese.
Oh yeah.
That was just what a Japanese bar looks like, and nobody noticed.
I think I use that same reference for the bar that showed up in the most recent episode.
That would make sense. The streets are very.
But no one has noticed, so maybe keep your mouth shut about it.
I didn't notice the streets looked very Japanese. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Let me bring up an episode where it shows the streets. You'll be like, oh yeah, I see that.
Yeah, because like I guess to be fair, I can't think of that many times in Problem Child where I've seen the streets.
Very few times. There you go. It'll pop up here in a sec. Guess we don't need all these Cosmic Girl references anymore.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay, so.
Oh wow, that's extremely Japanese. I didn't even notice.
Right? You don't call attention to it, nobody will notice.
Yeah, like especially that gate. Like holy shit, wow.
Yep.
I remember seeing that panel and like thinking like that looks kind of weird, but I couldn't put my finger on like what it was.
Also, the great thing for backgrounds that are very geometric like this, Clip Studio has a function where I can literally just tell it to create lines from the background.
I have to imagine that's got to be really useful and a time saver.
It is. Sometimes it wants to be horrible and doesn't work, and I have to spend probably as much time as I would drawing it, fixing the lines it gave me. But, you know, with simple stuff like this, it's pretty good.
Not bad.
Until everyone starts calling me a hack, which, I mean, they're right.
No, I mean, you'd be a hack had you kept Daisy and Amber going for the sake of shipping potential.
That's very true. I would never respect myself again.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people should respect themselves, period, but you know.
I think it's healthy.
It's definitely healthy.
Like it does shit like this where like this is supposed to be one line and it separates them into a bunch of weird jaggedy lines and you have to fucking fix that. So it's not perfect, but it's very useful when it does work.
Why not just just draw one straight line?
That's a good point. Why didn't I do that? But it's good now. It's whatever.
Okay, I'm just curious. Why not just erase it? Oh, just one straight line.
That's it. Because
there's like a mass erase tool, right?
There is. I don't use it a whole lot though, so I forget it's there.
I have to imagine you don't use it a whole lot, because frankly that would make me afraid. Because I'm just like I'm gonna erase something important.
Oh yeah, actually, Clip Studio's got a really great eraser where you select the eraser and then you do a line, and it'll just erase up to where it intersects with another line.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got a bunch of cool stuff like that.
It's like this is a professional art program and not Paint.
Exactly.
Honestly, the Paint is not that bad. A lot of people like to shit on Paint. Paint is fairly powerful for being free.
I think Paint used to be very powerful, and then when Windows Vista came along, and they tried to make it all fancy and ruined it.
Vista.
I think Vista was the first one where they tried to add weird brushes and stuff. When it used to be just a raster-based bitmap.
Yeah.
Where you could do sprite artwork, and it was real neat and stuff. But they took all that away.
Are there any well-known artists you?
I enjoy. I'm far too self-absorbed to look at other people's art. Let's see. Brian Lee O'Malley was a big inspiration for me. The guy who made Scott Pilgrim. I don't know if he's popular anymore. or if Scott Pilgrim is as beloved as it once was.
I mean,
But
it's not the mid 2000s anymore, but I would still say. I mean, I still like Scott Pilgrim.
I like it for I don't hold it to this big on this big pedestal like I once did, but it's pretty good.
I would say Scott Pilgrim is good. I think the comics were a little bit better than the movie, even though
Uh,
the movie was good.
I think the movie was good for what it was, but the comics actually had substance, where the movie was kind of just a. Uh, it was like they.
Hol-
It was a kind of a popcorn movie where you don't really give it too much thought. Where like the comics was about Scott revealing that he's kind of an asshole, like realizing
yeah,
that.
yeah. I
But
mean, that movie came out back in the era of like the Pacific Northwest movie.
yeah, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? Like that was like what? That was Juno. That
It's
was
very much a
uh
product of its time.
yeah. That was the time of like Juno, Scott Pilgrim, not Romance in Seattle, Love something in Seattle. There was a romance movie that was something in Seattle, and I cannot remember what it.
Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah, that was it. Sleepless in Seattle, all that shit. That was when the Pacific Northwest was like cool and hip and shit. Like what, 2006 to 2011, 12 thereabouts.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
And it certainly caught my imagination, and like it did a lot of people.
So I mean, it had its merits, but I'm glad it's not popular anymore.
Portlandia.
I haven't watched it in a long time, but I remember liking that a whole lot.
No, I enjoy Portlandia a lot. Portlandia is one of those shows though that's if it's funny, it's funny, and if it's not funny, it's really not funny.
Oh yeah, yeah, very hit or miss comedy, but that hit comedy is good.
When it hits, it's fucking hilarious, but when it doesn't hit, it's like, ooh, this is painful to watch.
Uh huh. Like oh, that's a big message. Read that message for me if you could.
Oh, there's a big message in chat. Oh, there were some great details though. Like I remember a video that mentioned a scene where Scott is talking to Ramona, and there was a light switch like 10 feet in the wall to signify he her on. Haha, very funny. That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. I like that actually. Okay.
I actually read the Scott Pilgrim comic, so stuff like that is beyond me.
You cut out the first part. You did read them or you didn't read them?
No, I've never read them, so stuff
Oh.
like that's beyond me.
Oh no, they're actually the comics are like good. Like they're like the movie, but they have substance to them. Like in the movie, they played up Nega Scott as a joke, but
Yeah.
in the book, he was actually a personification of Scott realizing he's kind of a shitty person.
Well, yeah, I mean, isn't that like it very much seems like that was supposed to be?
Yeah, and then they're like, we really got to wrap this thing up, you guys.
I mean, that was a really long movie. The fact that which I can't remember which was the which ending did the movie go with? Did they go with the actual ending where he goes with knives, or did they go with the real one or
Ramona.
the
He went with
fake one?
Ramona.
Yeah, yeah. Then I think it was an extra in the movie where they went with the actual ending where he goes with knives.
Right, which he didn't deserve knives.
He didn't deserve knives, but she was I think obviously the better option for him.
Yeah, I mean, aside from her being a legitimate psychopath.
Knives. I mean, she was no more of a psychopath than Ramona was.
Reasonable. That's reasonable.
Is what I would say to that. Rick and Morty season 4 is finally coming out. I wish I cared.
Still haven't seen season 1.
Yeah, Rick and Morty. After Szechuan sauce, Rick and Morty is cringe. I'm just being straight.
I still love that video of that guy freaking out at McDonald's.
No, it's funny, but like, oh my god. You can't sit here and tell me you don't watch that and on some level go like, oh, I'm disgusted.
Oh no, I think the guy's a jackass. Even if he's just trolling, he's still making things hard for those poor employees.
And all the people who are just sitting around like, wow, I hate this.
Right.
Yeah, I watched season 3. It was okay.
At the pumpkin patch, there was this really weird non-copyright infringing Rick and Morty parody called Nick and Marty, and there's some fucking like animatronics of it's obviously Rick and Morty, but not. And they had this machine that turns around and he comes out and he's like, "Hey, look, I'm Pumpkin Nick."
Oh my
I'm like,
god, why not just do Rick and Morty?
right? No one's
You?
gonna copyright ding a pumpkin patch attraction in Nebraska.
I don't even think anybody knows Nebraska exists. I'm just saying.
Yeah, so chill out, man.
Yeah, for real, just do Rick and Morty. Fuck, don't do this fake ass nonsense.
Unless that's part of the joke, in which case, stop. Still,
I mean, I guess if it's part of the joke, that's at least like understandable.
I think okay. I think this is done now. I'm not very happy with it, but whatever.
I mean, you did it quick and dirty. There's only so much you're gonna get out of that.
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna experiment with some lighting effects real quick. Maybe they're the I don't know what lighting effects I could try, but we'll see what we got.
Does this have lighting effects?
It has gradient maps. So if I do that, and it'll hold on, wait for it to pop up. Hold on, it's gonna pop up. There you go, like that. And just for example, so I made a duplicate of the color layer, and so I can do that, and then multiply. Put that multiply layer, so it just puts a blue tint on everything. like that. There you go. So
Noir Cosmic Girl? Noir Cosmic Girl? Wait.
like
Oh,
like him noir, or like actual like a noir story.
I don't think they know that's me.
Oh.
Shh. I don't think they know that's me. I think they literally mean
Noir, like
as a noir story.
that's funny.
I don't think they know that that's me. Shh. Nobody has to know.
I don't think any of these. I just want to see if any of these work. I don't think any of them are going to though.
I mean, I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how lighting works.
Me neither.
Wow, everything's orange.
Yeah. I forgot to duplicate the layer. That's why that didn't work. Hold on. Let's make everything orange again.
Oh, you have to duplicate the layer. I know what that means.
No, that just looks like ass. Maybe we just take some of the colors and turn down the lighting so it looks like they're in the dark. No, that looks kind of suggestive. Okay.
The color ones just make it look like a themed high school dance. Well, yeah, it would if they were in the bath.
Well, yeah. Happy Halloween school dance.
In
That's
the toilet.
It's the idea I went with last second and have. I don't know why I put there, but that's what we're going with. So maybe the colored ones would be a good choice in that case. And then we'll maybe set that at 50. No, that just looks like they're in an oven.
I can't wait to see that on stream when they look like they're in an oven.
There you go, right there. Maybe sunset purple is not really. Yeah, I don't think any of these are working.
I think the original lighting probably looks fine.
Yeah, it just looks a little plain. I'm not sure what to do though. It's fine.
I don't know. Have poo come out of the toilets.
Just okay. Hold on. Just have fucking turd water
Just brown shit water.
just coming out of the toilets there. Like
Dylan had a big lunch. He clogged the toilets.
there we go. Give him some shit water there. Okay. Yeah, this is probably fine.
It's fine for a stream.
Yeah. Maybe I need to adjust the cropping. It looks a little unfocused. Well, that looks a little cramped now. Hold on. I feel like something should go up in this top left corner, but I got nothing.
I don't know what else would go up there, honestly.
Yep. We'll call this good, I suppose.
Yeah, I think it looks fine.
I'm just gonna crop it just a little bit.
Well, you cut off Dylan's foot.
Maybe he's got diabetes.
He's got diabetes. Vandalism. Yeah, I guess this is technically vandalism.
What's technically vandalism?
I don't know, being in the bathroom and, super gluing the costume together.
Do you feel honored or disgusted by the Rule 34 stuff? As long as they keep the kids out of it, it's harmless enough, I suppose.
Yeah, it's fine. Like, I don't know. I get very weirded out personally by artists who are like, I cannot believe you would that seriously is to draw a port of it. I'm just like, oh, shut the fuck up.
Let people do their thing, I guess.
I don't know. It's I don't know. I always get weirded out when people take I get art's probably like personal expression and all that garbage, but like it's when you put it out in public, death of the artist and all that, you literally die as soon as you.
From some point of views, that's kind of a debate.
Well, it is a debate, but I just mean effectively, you die as soon as it goes out to the public. Like, you don't control it anymore.
Anybody can do what they want with it. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
you can object all you want, but
yeah,
it's
exactly.
gonna
And if you want to
happen.
object, go right ahead, I guess.
Vandalism on the bathroom doors. What can we put here?
I don't know. How about some stupid notes?
The word sexy, like in Streets of Rage.
The word sexy. I don't know. Something about Daisy being crazy. Jones was here.
Jones was here.
What about Bort Simpson was here?
Bort Simpson.
Bort Simpson was here.
I'm gonna make it just a slightly different color than the wall, so it looks like someone carved it in with a X-Acto knife or something.
I'm Pumpkin Nick. Oh no.
I gotta do that actually.
Bort Simpson. Oh, dude, draw the '90s like Notebook S.
Oh, I gotta.
I don't even know how to draw those anymore.
I'll figure it out. I think it's line, 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 then you connect them on the top, line, line, line. Connect them on the bottom, zigzag. That's not right. Hold on, zigzag, That's not right. Hold on. Oh, zigzag, zigzag, and then you. There you go, kind of like that. That's close enough.
I was never able to draw those.
One person, my neighbor, showed me when I was like 7, so I more or less figured that out.
the stupid '90s S. Yeah, that's basically the '90s S. I don't know what it looks like even. I don't even know how I would Google that.
Hold on, I'm gonna Google '90s S, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna come up. It totally did.
Did it actually just come up?
Yep.
Could always paste the updated Cosmic Girl look on the back window thing, like the redesign.
I don't have a concrete redesign. I came up with one, but I don't like it.
That's just the nature of these things. There's gonna be 15 redesigns.
I'm on like redesign like 8 for the cast for my next comic.
The cat. Oh, what for? Are we talking about
Key to the Sky.
Key to the Sky. Is that the one you coming after Wildflower?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You're calling that Key to the Sky?
It's a reboot of my old thing called Key to the Sky. I'm probably gonna choose a different name because that sounds like a religious text.
It really does sound like a religious title, and also if this is the one I'm thinking of, it seems like a weird name for that subject matter.
Uh, Flight School.
Flight school? Is that what it is?
Kind of.
I
That's,
th-
that's
I, I thought I thought
yeah.
this was the boxing one.
Oh no. That's a different one. I'm really doing this.
What are you gonna do?
I'm Pumpkin Nick.
I guess you gotta have something there.
We got Bort Simpson was here and
Bort Simpson, yeah.
oh, that's good enough.
Yeah, yeah, this looks fine. I was happy before the graffiti, but the graffiti does add a nice little touch.
I'm gonna make that Pumpkin Nick a little. I'm hoping it'll be too small on Instagram for anybody to see it, but I'm gonna make it a bit more transparent just in case.
I'm sure somebody will see it.
Oh, I'm sure, but
People are gonna turn the contrast way up to see that.
make it orange. Make what or the Pumpkin Nick orange.
Nobody
make-
has an orange Sharpie.
That would make it more visible. That's not what we want. We want it to be a detail only true believers will. I don't know. Okay.
Ol-
This is the,
Only people who watch the stream get to know.
there you go. It's a secret for all of us. Okay, I think we're done.
All right, yeah.
Thanks
Seems
for coming,
good to
guys.
me.
See you next week.
Yeah, thanks everybody who showed up.
Surprising amount of you. 8 guys. Thanks for coming. All right, we're done.
Okay, cool.